let's explore one of the deepest questions we all have. What do the scriptures actually reveal about that moment, right after our final breath? What happens, not at the end of time, not some far-off judgment day, but in that very first moment of silence after life ends? That exact moment when your eyes close for the very last time. It's a question that connects every single one of us. A mystery we're all going to face. Is it just nothing? A complete end to consciousness? Or, as the ancient texts seem to suggest, is it more of a transition to somewhere else? Scripture gives a quiet but incredibly revealing answer. It talks about a place that's, hidden from our physical eyes, a realm that exists between moments. It's a waiting place, set between our death and the final resurrection. People often call this the intermediate realm. And here's the part that's so crucial to grasp. It's not described as some kind of unconscious sleep. It's a conscious state of existence for the soul. And it's so important to understand that this waiting place is not the final heaven or hell we hear about. Think of it as a temporary but still very conscious state. Scripture describes it as being divided. There's a place of comfort, sometimes called paradise, and then there's a place of regret, known as Hades. Both are completely separate from the final eternal destinations, the new creation or the final judgment. Jesus himself talked about this division. He told the story of the rich man and Lazarus. And in it, he described a great gulf fixed, a separation, a divide between these two states that nobody could cross. He wasn't just using symbolism here. He was talking about a real divide. But then, the Apostle Paul adds a layer to this that changes everything for a believer. He doesn't really focus on the location. He focuses on the relationship. He says that to be absent from our physical body is to be present with the Lord. Present, not sleeping, not gone. You're aware, and you're in the presence of God. For someone of faith, this suggests that death isn't really an end at all, but an immediate step into a much closer relationship. So, if there's this separation, this great gulf, then how is it overcome? Well, the scriptures seem to suggest that this separation isn't something that's created by death. It's just revealed by it. It's a distance that already exists inside the human heart. And this is why Jesus is so completely central to this whole picture. He's not presented as just another good teacher or a historical figure. He is the bridge across that gulf. He didn't just die. He actually entered into death itself. And in doing so, he changed what death is for those who trust him. Think about his promise to the thief who was dying right next to him. It wasn't about some distant future. It was immediate. Today, you will be with me in paradise. What this shows is that for the believer, that waiting realm isn't empty. It's filled with his presence. But this hidden realm, this in-between state, it's not the end of the story. It's temporary. It's like a pause, right before a great awakening. Scripture actually lays out a kind of timeline for the future. So after this time in the intermediate realm, there's an event called the first resurrection. This lines up with Christ's return. It's described as the moment when the souls of believers are reunited with new perfect bodies. And that event kicks off a 1,000-year period. You might have heard it called the millennial reign, where kingdom is established right here on earth. So what does any of this mean for you, for me, right now? Well, it means that, according to this, your story doesn't just fade to black. It continues in a place where you are fully aware. And that kind of reframes the whole conversation, doesn't it? The big question isn't if you'll enter that unseen realm, because, death is universal. The real question is how? Will it be with the peace of being in God's presence, or with the regret of separation? This becomes a deeply personal thing to think about. From what the text says, Jesus doesn't force an answer on anyone. He offers it. It's an invitation to cross that gulf, not because of anything we've done, but through him. And we can end with this one foundational claim: I am the resurrection and the life. This isn't just a statement about something that will happen one day. It's a present reality being offered for that very moment, after the last breath. It's something profound to think about.